One. Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live. And I do mean live tonight. I do mean live tonight. I am coming dual. Well, let's see here. Dual threat, that's two. This is a triple threat. We having a triple threat match. Yes, we are. I am lively posting on my podcast. I am running a live feed on the Facebook. Yes, indeed. And guess what? I ain't even up here by myself tonight. Oh, no. That's right. The Louisiana Country Boy is being joined at this table talk. Got a special guest. Well, I guess she's not really special. She is special, but she's been here before. You know what they say about folk who they been here before. Look here, this one right here. She been here before. It's the one, the only. Miss Warren, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for coming to the table. And I know it was short notice. You look here. If y'all know anything about Louisiana Country Boy, he kind of short notice. He just pop up on something. Well, look here. I had something that was placed upon my heart this morning, and I said, That's what I say when I'm talking to myself, because ain't nobody there. I said, So I said, to myself. And I thought about it, and I said, I want to share it. Or I want to ask about it. I want to have a conversation about it. So, that's what we going to do tonight. Oh, but I didn't want to talk to myself. I wanted to bring somebody else on and talk with me. Because, sometimes I talk to myself and I get tired of talking to myself. So I had to have somebody talk with me. So, Miss Warren, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Look here. Before I get started, I do want to say a couple of things. First of all, to you, thank you so very much for coming back again. I thank you. Secondly, I want to tell all y'all know I like to eat. Boy, look here, I went to my sister's house today. Boy, she had some cabbage green. Woo! Lord, they were so good. She had some old banana pudding. I ate till I couldn't eat no more. Lord, it was so good. So I want to first and foremost say thank you, sister. Thank you. The meal was so good. Old Country Boy felt right at home. And then, after that, I want to say a little bit of something. I'm going to change the name of this up a little bit because I want to honor my hometown, that Grambling. I want to honor Grambling. So, back when I was in school there, I played football, and there was a place there where we got dressed. We call it the Kitten Den. So, look here. For the night, not only are you going to be sitting around table talk, you're going to be sitting around having table talk in the Kitten's Den. Yes, indeed. So here we go. As I say all the time, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, the country boy and Miss Warren finna put something up in your ear. Miss Warren, go ahead and introduce yourself again to the people. Not like they don't know you, but go ahead and do your thing.
Well, first of all, you just call me Coach Latianza, and I am from Louisiana. I'm a value coach where I help women to level up their value. I'm a published author, and I have other businesses under my belt. I'm a financial educator, and I'm glad to be here. Oh,
yeah. You got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Good Lord. My goodness. How do you sleep? You can't. All that stuff going on. You just stay. You sleep one. Look, your eyes be taking turns taking naps on this one over here, then this over here. Okay, you get 5, you get 5. You be taking blinks, not even naps.
I just don't have a 9 to
5. Yeah. Well, look, I'm going to tell you, and I shared with you a little bit earlier about what my thought was. And I do have a topic. And what I want you to do is I want to open it up. And I want to elaborate a little bit, but I want to get somebody else's thoughts on it. And I'm going to tell you what it is. The thing that came to me today, I wrote it down. They say write it down, make it plain. I wrote it down. Let me grab my old paper right here. Old Country Boy wrote something down. It says, I want people to catch this one. The topic, what about me?
Yep. What about?
What about me? What about me? You know, it's funny. I think that sometimes people think that that's a selfish thing. What about you? You know, why you always thinking about yourself? But see, if you know anything about me, you know there's always a little twist with me. There's a little bit more to it. See, I don't just look at the surface. I go way down deep in that. So, my what about me kind of goes like this. A lot of times in life, we go through some things, and we go through some ups, and we go through some downs. We go through some hurts. We go through some failures. We lose jobs. We quit jobs, relationships, financial, whatever it may be. The what about me is what about the one that was there. The what about me is you're complaining about the job that you're on and you don't like it and you don't like them people. But what about the one that stuck by you when you didn't come to work on time? What about me? We often too much, in my opinion, we often too much focus on the things that are negative and we feed them instead of feeding the things that were feeding us. What about me? What about let's see here. What about the person that was there for you when everybody else left you? See, do we not forget about them and we focus on the one that did us wrong? What about me? Because in my opinion, just mine, the old country boy's opinion, sometimes when you do that, you take away from who is there and who got you because they going like, well, that gummit just focus on them. I ain't like them. I might as well be like them because that's who's getting your attention. What about me? So now I'm gonna shut up. That was that was my lead in. So you tell me what you think about the old country boy coming up with a what about me?
Well, what about me? When I think about the topic, I think about self-care. I think about, sometimes you're involved so much with other people and trying to make sure everybody else is okay or trying to make sure everybody else has what they need. So you need to stop and think, what about you? What do you need? Because, like with me, what I'm going through right now, and the key word is through, I have to say, what about me? What do Tanza need? What do I need for myself? Because I cannot, sometimes concentrate on the outside. We concentrate so much on this person, that person, this thing, that thing, thinking that we're trying to keep busy, not to concentrate on a thing, but we also have to sit down and say, what is it that I need? What is it that I need to take care of for me to be okay? What is it that I need to have my identity? Because so many times we identify ourselves with a title, a wife, a husband, or a mom, or a father, or a sister, or brother. What is it that your true identity? What about you? What is that is your true identity? And so that for me, I had the what about me years ago. I had to start saying, who am I really? What was I really created for? What purpose did God really create me for? Because I'm the one that makes sure everybody else has what they need. I'm the one that tries to make sure everybody else is good. I'm the one that tries to make sure that you have what you need. But I found out a lot of times when you do that, when you pour, you're empty. And you need to take care of self, because if you're empty and you're always trying to pour out, you're going to find that you're dry, you're in a desert place, a desolate place, and you're going to quit. But when you start filling yourself up, back up with self-love, self-motivation, taking time out for yourself, then you're going to change your mindset. You're going to change the way you look at things, and you're going to change the way you want to live your life. So that's my take on it.
That's your what about me? That's your, and I like that. And and the reason I had somebody else is because I wanted to get the other side, because for me and my what about me, I think about, I've been on both sides of the what about me. I've been the what about me person that was there when nobody else was there but got no credit and felt some type of way. I've also been that what about me person that had somebody that was there, but I gave them no credit. So, some people say, no, and I think the majority of us have been on both sides of it. There have been people, when I think about what about me, I'm talking about that person that calls you to check on you once a month. Don't want nothing, but they call you to check on you. But you never call to check on them because you have basically took them as that's what they do. That's how they are.
Yeah.
And just like you said, the pouring in, they're pouring out, but nobody's pouring in.
Because it's one-sided.
That's that what about me? And if we stop, in my mind, if we stop and think about all the people in our lives that have poured into us, and I'm not saying ignored, but we just made it regular for them. And we spent more time focused on the things that were, what was that thing I was thinking? I was thinking this, so many people when things happen in their lives, the first thing they want to say, well, the devil.
Yeah.
Well, the devil. And then I hold my head, is God going, what about me? How you gonna continually focus on him like what about me? What about me? And if we wait on things out, what about me? What about that person that's there? What about those people that we didn't give the credit to that we needed to? At the same time, how do we look at those people that didn't give us the credit that we needed? What about me? Are we open and real enough to evaluate that?
I mean, I see what you're saying, especially with God, where I always give him glory, for everything that he does. As far as people, sometimes we concentrate on what's not than what is. We concentrate so much on who's not supporting us that we forget about who is supporting us.
That one right there. Yeah.
That's something that I had to get away from and still is getting away from, because there are some people that will support you, but they're supporting you for the wrong reason. So you have to know the true people in your life also.
Right.
There are some people that supported me, but for reasons that weren't supportive, if I can say it like that. So you have to know who's real and who's not real, and you can't focus on the negative. That's right. Something that I have to get away from. I have to stop focusing on the numbers. I have to stop focusing on who wasn't there. I had to stop focusing on who walked out. I had to stop focusing on who stopped being my friend and stuff like that, because when you focus on that and on the negative, it will depress you, deplete you, and stop you. But when you wake up and you say, you know what? I got God. I got this person, and this person is always there for me. So, we have to start looking at things in an opposite way. Because if we get Satan so much credit, we don't need no credit.
Right.
Okay. Because God said in all things give thanks. And we I don't give thanks for what I'm going through, but I give thanks that I'm going through it. I give thanks for the people that are in my life to help me through it. I give thanks to God for the strength that he's given me to push me through it. And so find something to be thankful for, and find that positive in a negative.
Right.
You have to find a positive in a negative. And when you say, what about me? We have to start looking at ourselves and saying, look, I'm not going to let this crush me. I'm not going to let this defeat me. And I'm going to find positive in this negative because God get the glory out of it.
Right, right.
God is going to get the glory out of it. So we have to start focusing on the opposite of what we see.
I agree. You know, and that was the thing I was thinking. It just hit me is, you know, the thing that grows is the thing that we feed.
Right.
That's the one. That's the one that's going to keep growing. The one that we nourish, the one that we feed. If we're feeding the what wasn't or what didn't, or well, the devil this or Satan this or evil this, when we feed that, you know, what happens in my mind, I don't know, I ain't no scientist, but in my mind, what happens is then we start making that our normal.
Right, and we make the wrong thing our normal.
Yes.
I had normalized abuse. And I'm not talking about physical abuse. There's all kind of abuse.
Right, right.
But when you normalize the negative, it becomes a life that you don't want, but because you normalize it, you just go through the motions.
Mm-hmm. And
so you forget about you. You forget about you because you are normalizing. I did a live call, I Don't Want to Be Leah Anymore. And Leah, who is in the Bible, Leah and Rachel, she normalized. She normalized not being loved because she wanted so much to have this man. And so when we normalize stuff like that, we lose ourselves. And we start getting to a place where it's kind of like begging for the attention. And it kind of devalues you. It kind of brings down your value. Not that you're not valuable, but you start not seeing your value. And as far as what about you? What about your value? What about that part, you know? And that's something that I teach women. I speak to women about their value and how to level up. And I say, I can't be in a situation or with someone that doesn't see my value, but I'm trying to level up everybody else. You have to be about what you talk about.
Right.
So as far as what about me, I can say what about me, I had to level up in a whole different way. And I had to make a choice. And what about you? Sometimes you got to make choices that are hard. Sometimes you have to make choices that you be talked about. Sometimes you have to make choices that you never thought you had to make. But that choice is to get you to the place where you're supposed to be.
Right.
And no matter how hard it is, no matter who talks about you, I'd rather for you to talk about me out of it than talk about me in it. And that's what I had to do. I had to, what about me kind of thing. What about me, and how was I going to keep going forward? And so I had to level up.
Right. Well, that's good. And that's a positive thing to be able to get to that point, to take the what about me, all of the what about me, it's like you took it all. You took the what about me as a person, and what about me as being this other person. You talked about Leah. How many times, and I don't know, I ain't read the story, but I will. How many times you think she was sitting there going, what about me? I'm right here, but what about me? And even her saying that, did she miss focusing on who she was trying to and missing who was? Because there could have been somebody right there pouring into her, giving her the strength to turn over here and go like, but what about me? And I think it's where, what was it, that he wanted her sister, but he got her. See, what if that Leah had that one person that wanted her, and he was going, but Leah, what about me? What about me? But she's over here going like, no, but he ain't giving me this. And she going, and he over there like, but Leah, what about me?
But that's the problem though sometimes. Sometimes we there's somebody praying for someone like you, but we're too busy with someone that doesn't value you.
Come on now. Come on. Pour in.
So, those are, with Leah, he waited 14 years for Rachel. 14. The first 7, he thought he had her, but they gave him Leah. He had to work 7 more years for Rachel. Now, see, when he first saw Rachel, he kissed her and he cried. He fell in love with her right then. And we have a man that kisses you and he cried. And Leah knew this. And so her value was depleted. Because when he saw her, he's like, I didn't want her. She was already self-conscious about her eyes because, her eyes were crossed. So she was always self-conscious about that. And so does that mean that nobody will want you? But when you stay in a situation like that, when you might say, what about me? But you forget about you. And you start thinking nobody else wants me.
All right, when you say that, check this out. Wait a minute. What was it, Rachel? Maybe Rachel was saying the same thing about him, and he going like, well, I'm going to work 4 more. I'm going to make you want me. I'm going to keep on working till you want me. I'm going to do, did he find himself in the same what about me spot? Because he was getting what he was putting out.
He got what he wanted. But Leah settled with sharing something that didn't want her. I ain't finna share nobody else.
Hey, come on now.
I'm not sharing nobody else because
I don't even share a chicken wing.
When I have to share you, you're telling me you don't want me. You're telling me I'm not valuable to you when I know my value. And somebody, like I told you the other night, somebody told me, let me teach you how to keep a man. My thing is, teach a man how to keep me. Because when you know your value, it's not me. When I'm steady pouring, and I don't have nothing pouring back in me, now you're trying to deplete me.
Right.
So I have to wake up and say, okay, your value is too great for this. They don't know how valuable you truly are. And so many women, I was talking to a young woman today who is going through right now. And I'm just astonished at how many women are going through right now. You see all the posts on Facebook and social media, and all this kind of stuff. We look all good and we got the makeup on and we behind our boo thing and whatever. I did that. I took the pictures. And the pictures weren't what they were.
Oh, you was on Facebook? I mean, Facebook? I'm sorry.
I was on Facebook. I was faking it, trying to...
Oh, man.
We have to get to the place where we see ourselves as value.
Yeah.
Where we don't think that we're not worth better.
I'm sorry. I'll forget in a minute because I'm kind of, but has it been that we have normalized that? That has become our normal. So we only think now because we've normalized how somebody else has valued us. We have taken that on as our own.
You become immune to it. You become immune to abuse. You become immune to cheating. You become immune to how someone talks to you. You become immune to it because you start to say, well, I'm in it now, so I might as well stay in it. Or I'm in it now, so, let me try to make it work. And sometimes it's we don't want to just get out of something or whatever. You want to try to make something work. But it shouldn't be to the point where you're trying to make something work and it's depleting you, depressing you, and making you sick. That's not making something work. That's making something worse. Because that person that you're trying to pour into is trying to make you feel depleted. And see, my situation, I don't know why I'm going right, but my situation was narcissism. A narcissist is a hard person to deal with or live with. And the narcissist would cover up until they finally get you. And they would cover up until you finally see the true person. And I ain't going to go into what a narcissist is, but it'll make you stop thinking about yourself. And it'll make you, sometimes we think that if we just do this for somebody, they'll love you. Just like with Leah. Leah thought if she had all them babies, he going to love me. If I do this, if I cook for him every day, he going to love me. If I do this every day, and you forget about yourself. Because you're trying to work to help. You're working for love. Basically.
Wow.
You're trying to work.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's and it's true. In the what about me and the thing of having value of self. And your take on it again. And I, like I said, I look at one way. I go down a one-way street and I be driving that sucker 100 miles an hour. And that's why I wanted someone to come on to have a different what about me and how they take it in their sense. And that's beautiful, because what I think that we're missing across the board in every spectrum of life is having open dialogue about everything in life. And people don't want to have that, because guess what? I could have been one of them people. That ain't how I see it. I don't see it that way. And we cut people off without having an open dialogue. See, I often say, we ought to be sponges. Take in what we need, squeeze out the excess. Take in what you need and squeeze out the excess. That other saying I say is everything you ingest, you don't have to digest. And to be able to have an open dialogue with you and to get your view and your side on it, and to be able to, to talk about, hey, this thing that hit me and how I saw it, and to be able for you to feed me and be like, oh yeah, you know what? There is some what about me's on that end of it. There is some what about me's. There are some people that lose themselves and lose their value. Well, let me say, lose, give away. I don't know. I flip that one up in the air. Sometimes I say, nobody takes anything. We willingly give it. And we give so much we gave more than we even had ourselves.
Sometimes it's not a point of giving it away or taking it away. Sometimes it's snuck away. Because sometimes you're in a situation where you're verbally abused.
Right.
And you know who you are at first, but the abuse played in your head. The Bible says to transform your mind.
Right.
Renewed mindset. Sometimes it can unrenew that mind. And when it's unrenewed, you start believing what you're hearing. Just like, when they have people locked up in a room and they play music or something, they're brainwashing them. And sometimes you can be brainwashed in abuse. And so sometimes it's not that you're giving something away sometimes. Sometimes it's brainwashed away. Because sometimes you'll start thinking something that you're not. But because someone is telling you that you're not, or the actions are telling you that you're not, and you're doing this day after day after day, you give into it.
Right. And that's and I can just imagine how difficult that could be for anybody to go through those situations, to go through anything like that, and to but the glory of it for me, and I'm sitting here and I go like, bam, and I guess you go like, what glory? The glory of it is the prodigal son. But when he came to himself. That's so me, I'm that one. I think there's some positive in everything, whatever it is, but there's still that opportunity for you to come to yourself.
It is, and I came to myself. Now, when you come to yourself, you be like,
Wait a minute, look, hold up. Now you ain't have to put an exclamation point like that. I mean, you ain't got to get all dramatic like that. I came to myself.
When you finally come to yourself and you realize your words, you put up with this joker and his mess no more. You be like, see ya. become normalized. You be like, oh, please stay, please don't leave me, that kind of thing. But when you wake up and come to yourself, do I need to help you? Do I need to take something?
Oh my God.
I had to come to that. I came from grabbing, don't leave, to grabbing.
Oh Lord.
And come to yourself and say, I'm too valuable and I need to consider myself.
Right.
I need to start saying, self, girl, you're too valuable.
And you know, and that was that back to the topic. That was that moment.
That was that moment.
What about me? That was that moment when the light went off and it said, what about me? What about me? Oh. And you know, that's a great thing, you know, and I know that there are a lot of people, and as you said, that you know, you have conversation with many women that are going through, women that you are empowering. You know, I talk to people all the time about the encouraging them and trying to encourage them. I use my story, my life as I told God, like, if you want to use this whole life as a roadmap to other people, here I am. Here I am. So that's why my story and everything, my trials and tribulations and the glory of it, the glory of this walk, you know, along this path is, you know, I open it up because I know that there are others that are going through different things and different situations. And I tell them, it ain't over with. I guarantee you, if your eyeballs open up, you ain't over with.
But, you know, and also, it's not as easy for some people. So, you know, we have to really know what to say at a certain time. Because, you know, just like with some of the women that I speak to, I can't just say, girl, get over it.
Right.
You know, who am I? Did I just get over it? So why am I telling you to just get over it? But we walk through it with them. You know, what about you? Okay, I'm gonna be what they were to Moses. I'm gonna hold your arms up. I'm gonna be your strength. I'm gonna be the one that we're gonna get this victory. Because as long as Moses' arms were up,
right,
victory was won. But when he became like tired and they started losing, and they recognized it. Oh no, we ain't gonna lose this battle. We're gonna lift your arms up.
Hey, you know what? I always, old country boy always got a twist on everything. I know that story. I know that one. But check this out. Isn't it amazing? And you know, I go a little bit, Isn't it amazing the fact that Moses was there and he was holding his arms up because he knew that that's what his purpose was to do, and his calling was to hold his arms up. But his ego wouldn't allow him to say, somebody, can you come help me? It took those that were watching that wanted him to succeed and wanted them. See, sometimes we be so focused on what it is that we are losing it, but it's others who truly support us. Like yourself saying, I see you and I'm going to be here and I'm going to hold your arms up. Because, no, I know you wouldn't even ask for help.
I used to be that person.
I know you wouldn't even ask for it, but I see you getting weak. So instead of me coming up here telling you what you should do or do this, to do that, don't stay, you know, this is how you stay strong. I'm going to just come here and hold your arm up. I'm going to just come here and be that phone call. I'm going to just be that text message. I'm going to be that one that just drove by and, you know, or brought you some blueberry cobbler or brought you some banana pudding. I'm going to just be that one. I'm not going, I see you're weak, but I'm not finna sit up here and say, oh, you look like you ain't been eating. I ain't going to say that. What I'm going to do is just bring you a plate.
Yeah.
It's, you know, that's when you know that you have those that support you, that ain't talking about it, they being about it. Now, back to the topic. What about me? Sometimes when we get full and we get our strength back, we forget about those that brought us that plate.
Yeah, but that's something we have to remember.
So, that's and that was the thing. That was my what about me, is always remembering that. Always being open-minded about what about me. What about me? In your situation and being out there and helping people and the things that you talk about, the what about me on your side is building yourself up, building your self-worth, becoming walking into what was already yours.
Who God created you.
Yes, walking into it. You didn't become this. You just walked into it. You were already it. And that's what I tell people. You walk into it. God doesn't create blessings. When we were born, what's for us was already created for us. So it's not like, oh, well, I need this today. He knew what we were going to need a long time ago. So what you got to do is just be on the right path to get it.
Yeah.
So that is my what about me. That is my what about me. That's what I begged you to come on here and open up with my big old mouth and sharing this old conversation.
Well, I appreciate you. I've enjoyed it.
Well, thank you very much. I truly appreciate it. I hope that. Well, no, I don't hope. I know that whomever our little table talk from the table talk from the Kitten Den, the seeds that were sowed reached the places that it was supposed to. I give God all the glory, and I thank you so much for allowing it. I thank you so much for coming on, listening to me, sharing with me, sharing your story, not with me, with everyone out there. And may God continue to bless you in your venture and your journey. You just keep on walking into what you're doing, and many blessings are waiting for you on the other side of it.
Amen.
So, look here. I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's your boy, the Louisiana country boy. And all I got to say is all time what I say. Y'all have a good one now, you hear?